What's up, boys? Week 7 in the books. I am elated. I am happy. I am glad. I am not sad anymore. Fantasy is back to being fun.
Oh, it's fun?
It's fun now. We're having fun. This is good. Now, I know. Y'all don't want to hear me talk about how I was the highest point total of the week. I won't talk about that, okay? I also won't talk about how I beat my arch nemesis Huff. I won't talk about any of that, okay? I promise I won't talk about how I'm right back in it, okay? Chris made the playoffs last year at 8-6, okay? I won't talk about that. I won't say anything about that, all right? I'm not going to talk about how the fact that my team can go toe-to-toe with anyone right now. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to leave that out. I'm not going to talk about the fact that I had the second most points against, that I am one of the most unlucky teams in the league. I won't talk about that. I could be undefeated. We won't talk about any of that. I'm not going to you know what? I'm going to be a bigger man. I won't even say fuck you, Huff. I won't even say that. I won't talk about how Lamar is going to carry my fantasy team to the playoffs for the remainder of the season. I won't talk about it, Joe. I'm gonna save y'all the misery of me talking about any of that. So we're not going to talk about it.
What are we going to talk about?
I'm just telling you things that we're not going to talk about. I mean, like that highest point total that week. I just will not talk about it. I mean, it's right there. I had the gold star and everything. We're just not going to talk about it, okay? But yeah, you know what we will talk about? Let's talk about the NFL games.
Okay.
NFL games. The Saints versus Jaguars. Saints suck. Saints made me hate watching the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have fantasy. Otherwise, I probably would have tuned out everything. So yeah, I guess we can suck it. Browns versus Colts. Huff, bro. 2 weeks in a row. Lucky as fuck, bro. Victor Wembanyama couldn't have even caught that fucking pass in the end zone. You know this, too. That was the most uncatchable ball by 10 yards.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not even close. So, good for you, bud. The Browns, you know what? They're the only team that I would say, I'll let it slide. And that's fine. You deserve to be lucky a couple of times. Good for you, bud. Bills versus Patriots. Congratulations, Luke, but, I mean, why?
Just out of nowhere.
Why? What was the point of winning that game?
Belichick's 300.
That's it. I guess that's it. All right. Falcons versus Bucks. Congratulations, Biggs. Y'all still suck. Like, there was 2 shitty teams. That's it. Y'all still suck. Fuck the Dirty Birds. That's it. Ravens versus Lions. Bobby, throw out the tape. Just throw out the tape. Pretend it never happened and move on. The Steelers versus Rams. I think the Steelers are good. They're like they're in the Saints situation in the sense of their defense is really good, but it's good enough to propel them to victories. It's good enough to make up for their offensive woes. Mm-hmm. Our defense is really good, but it's not good enough to make up for our offensive woes. Let's see. Broncos versus Packers. Suck it, Jerv. Packers are trash. Literal garbage. And I hate to kick a man while he's down, but Jerv did this. Jerv did it in the group chat to me when I was 0-6. So go fuck yourself, bud. Packers blow.
He brought it on himself whenever he started bragging whenever our starting quarterback went down and they were able to come back and beat us. So he deserves this.
I'm still bitter about that. There's your NFL recap. Let's get to the matchups. We'll do mine. Rally Cap versus the Reek Show. God. I told you I won't talk about any of this. I was the high point winner, not talking about it.
So let's just get right to it then.
Yeah, I deserve this.
You deserve this
one? I deserve this. This was long awaited. This is it made me feel good about playing fantasy. I had not won a single matchup up until this week. Like, it has been miserable. Like, imagine you go into the fantasy week, like every time we went through predictions, I was like, I'm going to lose. I go into the fantasy week, I'm going to lose. Like, I have a renewed sense of what's the word I'm looking for? Hope. I have a renewed sense of hope. I mean, like, I can go 8-6 and still make the playoffs. I don't know. I gotta do some trades maybe or something like that. I like my team now. Thank you, Lamar.
The Star Wars man found his Luke Skywalker.
I did. What?
A New Hope?
There you go. New Hope. Oh, I should be Luke Skywalker. Anyways, let's see. There's 7 games left. 8-6, baby. That's what I'm gonna make a sign and put it up on my vision board. I guess we're gonna manifest this shit.
Just go 8 straight games winning.
8. Well, we got 7 more, baby. 7 in a row. Let's go. 7 in a row. We're focused on next week's. I'm focused on DK picks. We just gotta press on, move on. But let's jump into this matchup because this is fun for me. I beat Huff.
Yep. Huff had his signature week like he typically does. Brown, Hill, Hurts all carrying his team for the most part. Got in the core that he does week to week. Amari Cooper kind of sucked, or sucked at least this week. That just kind of blows that he didn't have much of production, even though there was a lot of points scored in the Browns game.
Now he has Scary Terry on his team to throw in the flex, which makes me even more mad. So I'm glad I beat him while I did.
Well, he didn't throw him in this week, so it might be who's going to actually play better and
right, because Amari Cooper actually has had decent weeks this year. Like he's had it's like a hills and valleys. He's had up and down weeks. He'll score 2 points or he'll score 21 points. You never know. It's the Cleveland Browns, dude. And now that Deshaun Watson's out, you have no idea.
Yeah.
So I think Scary Terry is probably going to be his best bet moving forward. I think Huff hates running backs as much as Chris hates kickers. I think that's what it is. His running backs always suck, and he always picks wide receivers way early. Not way early, but he loves wide receivers.
Very high on the wide receivers. It must be killing him though. This year he's got to have, or last year he had Travis Kelce that was carrying him through with his tight ends, and this year it seems to be a revolving door. Probably pretty frustrating for him.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with me. I've had all sorts of people. I paid $200 for fucking Hunter Henry. So yeah, I feel your pain with that one. I don't know what it's like to have 2 stud wide receivers. I did, but not anymore. Well, what I think about what would it be like to have Tyreek Hill? Just 20 points every single week. 20 plus points every single week. Like he had one bad week, and a bad week was 8.7 points. That's it.
It must be nice.
He did have a decent week. I mean, it wasn't terrible. He would have beat like majority of the league.
Oh yeah. So, no, I mean, I said, the core showed out. It's just maybe he didn't have like another player that had like an exceptional game. Like Josh Jacobs didn't do much. Amari Cooper that we already alluded to didn't do much.
And he lost to the high point winner. So let's be a little take that into consideration. Mm-hmm. But we won't talk about it.
No, we won't talk about it.
Thank you so much for Lamar Jackson. I think he's going to be my saving grace for the rest of the season. If I am able to make the playoffs, he'll be the reason why. It looks like Najee Harris might be coming around a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, he had a nice game for you this week. Yeah, as long as he can just get into the end zone, which, I mean, isn't too much to ask for a starting running back in the league.
Right. Michael Thomas finally had his first double-digit fantasy point week this past week, which is shocking considering he was so fucking good.
I will say he seems to be the favorite target of Derek Carr.
Mm-hmm.
So
he gets some targets. Like I think he's had 7+ targets almost every single week. Yeah, he's literally there's only been 1 week where he hasn't gotten 7+ targets, and that was week 4 against Tampa Bay. So he's getting the targets. Like I think he'll. I might start him because he might have a breakout week this week. But yeah. That's all I got, baby. I fucking won one, and it was so sweet that it was against Huff. Like, I couldn't have, I knew what he was doing. He was trying to jinx it during the weekend, and I saw that, and I reversed it. I reversed it.
Jinxed it.
I reversed it. Yes. I knew what he was doing. He's a little sneaky fucker, but he didn't get over me on this one. And yes, so exciting. Happy that my first win was against Huff.
Gotcha.
It was nice. He's going to pretend like he's okay with it all he wants. He's not. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right, Rally Cap. Yeah, this is gonna be so nice to say. Rally Cap gets their first victory, 125.28 over the Reek Show, 110.16. Let's get to You Haven't Seen Crazy versus Taco Dell.
Also, please note there is a correction to that name. It is You Haven't Seen Crazy XD.
Oh yeah, it's not yet.
He wants that to be noted.
XD.
XD.
Oh, You Haven't Seen Crazy XD. All right, so how do I pronounce the capital letters in crazy? Crazy.
Something like that. I think that was perfect.
Okay, all right, that's good. I like it. First Taco Dell. Joe, are you panicking?
Well, when you put all your eggs into Ridley baskets, counting on him to be a top 5 receiver, yeah, you start getting a little bit of a panic.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Downs was nice.
Well, not very nice on the bench.
But here's the thing. You got, like, inspiration and hope. It's like the Justin Luther effect with Addison. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got Addison went off. He got something to look forward to moving forward.
Well, I like the way that Gardner Minshew is throwing the ball around, and he seems to favor Joshua Downs a little bit more so than Anthony Richardson did.
Yeah. Yep.
So that is promising.
You do have a bit of a wide receiver problem, but I think you can get it figured out, especially when Deebo Samuel comes back. I think you can get it figured out. Gabe Davis is going to be iffy moving forward, I think, because I don't think the Bills are that good anymore. Like, I think they were a little overrated. I think Josh Allen, he is a great quarterback, but I think the Bills might be a little overrated.
Yeah, they're definitely not an elite team in the league. They're still a good team, and I mean, they're still going to throw up some points,
Right.
with that offense. It's just you can't expect them on a weekly basis to produce numbers, and yeah, that's I had to eat that one. Gabe Davis had multiple weeks where he had double digit weeks before that, and then he just shits the bed when I decided to start him.
Right. Shit the bed last 2 weeks. Stuff. Maybe.
Actually, no, he shit the bed last week, which typically was a sign that he was a bounce back week, and it didn't happen.
So yeah, you had some buys. Damian Pierce, Chuba Hubbard, Dak Prescott. So I guess you shouldn't be panicking, but Chris won with the goose egg. That's always nice. It's always nice when you win with the goose egg. Especially with Jared Goff having single-digit numbers this week. Yeah, that was just weird. The Detroit Lions game, that was just weird.
It was a weird game.
I mean, Goff threw the ball 53 times, so they're going to still throw the ball for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you still stick with Goff at this point. But Chris has got three game winning streak right now.
Yeah.
It's not the highest, obviously.
Ken
is the highest, but...
But I think, dude, Chris's team up and down is really good. It's awesome. Like, I don't really see like a glaring like hole in his team right now.
No.
It's like obviously Bijan Robinson, you gotta start, bro. You can't just be like, I'm sick.
Well, that's his flu game.
It's his flu game.
That should have been his flu game.
Yeah. So yeah, up and down, dude, man, he's just solid. It's good. He's going to be a scary one. I know he didn't put up numbers this week, but he also, like I said, he had a goose egg, and Jared Goff was in single digits. Cooper Kupp actually only had 5.9 points. So there was a couple of things that didn't go his way this week, but again, solid up and down team.
Yeah, I mean, the people that didn't perform, it's like, I mean, you still start them the next week because,
right, they're
you
some
look
of your best players.
Yeah.
So for you on your side, let's see. Do you stick with Geno Smith or go Dak Prescott?
Geno Smith's off the roster.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
I see that now.
It's going to be
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, it's going to be a revolving door for me on quarterbacks, which I'm fine with.
Just work, and honestly, revolving doors sometimes can be fun. Sometimes, just like you play in the matchups, like who's going to do what. It could be stressful, but you could also make it a game. Like I said, when Debo gets back, that'll be nice. Hopefully, Josh Downs will still continue to perform.
Yeah, we'll see.
You lost to a really good team, and both of y'all had kind of shitty weeks.
Yep.
So there you go. Yeah, you're still 4-3, right in the mix of things. You'll be fine. You got anything else?
JT looks to be back.
Yes, he does. And Bijan Robinson and JT look like a very formidable running back roster.
So I guess the whole Zach Moss not being the top of it makes me feel. Actually, I was very happy to see that Jonathan Taylor did well. I just hated to see that he did well against me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those. It's one of the, like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
I think. No, might not have been the right one. But anyways, you haven't seen Crazy XD beats Taco Dell 84.96 to 63.36. Bruise Brothers versus Caleb Pressley. James, it's time to let go of Keandre Miller. I know you're hard headed, and I know you love the Saints running backs, but he's not. It's Alvin Kamara. They're only gonna use Alvin Kamara. It might be time to move on from Brock Purdy too. He's a little hurt, a little banged up. I think his confidence isn't where it should be. But as for the rest of his team, team's awesome. He's got a great team. He's got a team that performed really, really well. Needs to get rid of J.K. Dobbins.
How incredible of a matchup was this?
This went down to Dallas Goedert on Monday. It was unreal.
Not Dallas Goedert. It went down to 49ers and McCaffrey and Brock Purdy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Dallas Goedert was Sunday night.
Yes.
Yeah, this was awesome.
And if you realize Brock Purdy throws that interception in the last part of the game.
Yeah.
And he puts him down by -2.
Mm-hmm. Down by 1.
Ken ends up winning this game.
It's wild.
Yeah.
That it was edge of your seat type of entertainment.
Yep.
But yeah. Yeah, James should have won this.
He should have won it.
James should have won this. Fuck you, James. Come on.
You gotta put somebody else other than Kendre Miller.
Yeah, Kendre Miller. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
He's got Joe Mixon coming back, so he can put Joe Mixon in there. Algier and Joe Mixon aren't a bad combo. Although Algier, he just loves backups, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Darren Waller's coming through. That's nice.
11, 7, and 8 targets in the last 3 games.
Yep.
That's high volume right there.
On the other side of things, again, he keeps getting away with this shit. I don't understand. He's the luckiest team in the league. I'm pretty sure his points against aren't that high. His points against are one of the lowest in the league. He is the third lowest. Yeah. So he's had a very easy schedule. He's very lucky. He has been putting up points for. He does have a lot. He actually has number 1. So I got to give him that. But he also has the lowest third lowest points against. I don't know. That's about all I had on this one. It's just, typical lucky ass Connor getting the W, and James just needs to do some work on his lineup.
Yep.
You got anything else?
That's about it.
All right. Bruise Brothers beats Caleb Pressley 113.30 to 112.98. Next one, Riley Reed Tua-Some versus Detroit the Goat Lions. This one sucked for Luther. Awesome for definitely really awesome for Bobby. Yeah, this was one of those. They were both 3-3. You want to be on the 4-3 side of things, obviously. But yeah, solid performance by Bob. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nice start with Cortland Sutton. What?
I was going to say, there was a couple of things on this. I really did like a lot of the starts that Jay Lupro did. I mean, he put Gibbs and he put Ford in. Obviously, Ford was a little safer bet than Gibbs, but Gibbs, I mean, he was going to be the starter anyways with David Montgomery out. So, but both of those end up coming around. What sucked was the kicker.
The goose eggs.
The kicker getting your 0.
And the tight end getting 0.
Oh, yeah.
Cole Kmet got 0.
Yeah, and he just traded for him, too.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yep.
And then fucking the balls on Bobby, starting Kirk Cousins on primetime.
I know, right? He kind of had to. C.J. Stroud was on a bye and Justin Fields was hurt, so I don't really think he had much of a choice.
But hey,
props. So, like Luther said in the comments, Addison going off is going to be nice because he just traded for him. You got to look at the positives of things. You got to look at the positives. That'll be nice. He'll have Derrick Henry coming back. Derrick Henry and Ramondre Stevenson will be dope. I guess and Jahmyr Gibbs. He can kind of take his pick on who he wants to start until Montgomery comes back. Devontae Adams I guess he'll just never get traded.
I guess not.
Never gonna get traded. This was a good loss for Luther. Like it's bad in the record sense, but it's a good in the sense that like he easily should have won this game, this matchup. Again, the 2 goose eggs. You can't predict the fucking kickers. I think he hates kickers just as much as Chris.
Getting a lot of people that are hating kickers now, huh?
Hating kickers. Hating kickers.
Can we talk about the 3 quarterback strategy for Bobby?
Yeah.
It's an interesting strategy.
I mean, I think they're both worth keeping. It's like Cousins with Justin Jefferson in the lineup. Justin Fields is pretty good. CJ Stroud's coming along. I mean, he's the one I would drop in that out of those 3. But yeah, it's bold move. Bold move, Cotton.
Reminds me of Biggs a couple of years ago.
Having all the quarterbacks.
Yep.
Yeah, that was funny.
Wanted to trade him.
Yep. And also, there was one year Dave Almeida, like way back in the day, Dave Almeida picked Cam Newton. That's the first pick of the draft.
Oh yeah.
That was that was funny, and I think he got a good backup quarterback too. Yeah, well, we was learning. We were learning.
Learning years.
They were learning how to play fantasy. Now if Bobby would have lost, Gus Edwards on the bench would have sucked. That would have stung. But
you kind of have to eat that. I mean, he had nothing but 5 or 4 points, like the 5 or 6 weeks leading up into that. You almost have to eat that.
Right. It would have stung though if you lost.
Yeah, it would have stung.
You do have to eat it. Good job, Bobby. Travis Etienne's been pretty solid.
He's been actually really good.
Week in, week out. Like, look at that. He's had two bad weeks. That's it. So that's gonna be a nice start from here on out. Kyle Pitts, man, I don't know. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Me neither.
He just made Atlanta makes no sense to me. I hate Atlanta. But anyways, you got anything else?
That's it.
All right. Riley Reed Tua-Some loses to Detroit. The Goat Lions 103.86 to 114.72. Must-Stashio, Bashio versus DK Pics.
Must-Stashio. So
Must-Stashio.
I wonder if this is a call on his Kareem Hunt Stashio.
Free mustache rides?
Free mustache rides, too. I don't know.
Keenan Allen's handlebar mustache. Wilson is Hitler mustache.
Okay.
I don't know why Jeff Wilson is the Hitler stash. And Justin Jefferson's the Monopoly Man.
Monopoly Man? What, he gets him lots of money, lots of points?
No, it's a mustache thing, but I don't understand it.
That's what I'm saying. He's obviously the Monopoly Man's a mustache guy, but the Monopoly Man gets him a lot of money.
Yeah, well, what does Keenan Allen having been handlebar mustaches mean? You know what? I don't even.
Why we tried to?
I don't know why we
Luke's
try
brain.
Yeah, we try and dive into Luke's brain. It doesn't work. It actually hurts my brain. I lose brain cells trying to figure Luke's brain out. So
I don't think he understands the word rationale.
I don't think so either. Let's see. Patrick Mahomes, always nice to see that. He's a fucking GOAT. He's going to be on a tear from here on out. Kareem Hunt, great start. Free mustache rides.
Yep.
All day, I guess.
Looking even better with Jerome Ford being kind of injury prone.
Yep. And, yeah.
And I guess Puka Nacua is not going anywhere.
I guess not. He had 12 targets.
Yeah.
12 targets, so I guess he isn't going anywhere, which is nice. Especially when Justin Jefferson comes back. He's gonna do his team is pretty fucking good if you look at it. Brian Robinson's good. Joshua Kelly came around. Had more than Austin Eckler.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Remember what we talked about last week? Is Austin Eckler done?
No, he's not done.
Okay.
And I had to pick him because he was number one. Anyways, whatever. Let's go on to DK picks.
Dick picks.
Travis Kelce was able to counter Mahomes a little bit, but other than that,
yeah, it's hard to. I mean, it's kind of a waste of Travis Kelce stuff. Yeah, kind of a waste of Travis Kelce 29 points. But good news for him. I think he does well with Taylor Swift in the audience. I think it's one of those, you see a hot girl in the gym and makes you want to try harder.
Yep.
Makes you want to pump more weight. That's kind of what Taylor Swift is to Travis Kelce right now.
Biggs is doing everything in his power to keep Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift together.
Yes. And what we need as players that are as teams that are going against him, we need to bring back Kanye West. I think he's our only guy that can save us from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We already know he doesn't like Taylor Swift. We already know he likes getting in the way of Taylor Swift and things that she wants.
Her happiness.
Her happiness, yes. So bring back Kanye, baby. Let's go. We need to all bond together against who David Biggs has them now.
Mm-hmm.
Bond together. We'll bring Kanye out.
Break up Kanye, or break out Kanye to break up Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yep. All right, that's good. We just gotta contact Kanye. I'm sure Luther has his number.
Yes, he probably does.
Probably does. Either that or like their emails. They exchange emails.
Maybe on the same Discord server.
AIM. They still use AIM probably.
Oh wow, going way back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past Kanye.
Kanye, yeah, he does things like that.
He probably calls it artistic.
It is artistic. That was yeah. Anyways, Mostert didn't do very well because Miami sucked. I don't think that's gonna. I don't know because I don't know if Miami's overrated or not. I don't know if because they haven't beaten a team over 500 since October 2nd of 2022, I believe. October 3rd of 2022. It's been a long time since the Miami Dolphins have beaten a team over 500. It's been a very long time. So
interesting.
I don't know how that's gonna go moving forward. Always have Mattinson, I guess, And, yeah. I don't know what you're going to do about your quarterback because Deshaun Watson sucks. Anyways, you got anything else in this? Must-Stashio Bashio almost got the high point. He didn't. There was somebody else who got high point winner that week. But we won't talk about that. We won't talk about who got high point winner. Because, honestly, I know y'all don't really want to hear about it. It's okay. Anyways, you got anything else on this?
That's about it.
Must-Stashio Bashio beats DK Pics 124.46 to 97.56. Last one, Jirvy Muad'Dib. Jirvy Desert Mouse versus Pollard Greens. This was a much needed win for both of these teams. For Jirv, obviously, because he's 2-5. He was 2-4. He needed to be 3-4. This was a crucial loss. For Matt, because he had two of the worst weeks last couple of weeks. So he needed a little turnaround, which he got this week. So good for him. Donta Foreman, great start. Awesome job. That was the start of the week, I think, for me.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
It was honestly, I'm glad I wasn't playing against him because I could enjoy watching Matt's week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can enjoy seeing him play and not have to worry about, like, for Jirv, this would have been a nightmare situation. Because if you look at the rest of his team, besides the Browns and Donta Foreman, like, I guess Cook
had a solid week.
The rest were very average to below average. Like, Jordan Love getting 19.3. That's an average quarterback number.
Yep.
DJ Moore, Christian Watson, Meyer, Devonta Smith, Bass. Like, these were all like very average to below average scores. He just happened to, start the Browns and have Donta Foreman, which is nice. It's good. That's part of fantasy. It's part of the getting lucky during the weeks, because, like, for me.
Can we talk about how bizarre Browns D gets 38 points scored on him, but still scores 20 points?
That's wild.
That's insane.
That's like the craziest stat of the week. He had two of the craziest stats of the week. Donta Foreman and the Browns allowing, 38 points, he said?
They allowed 38 points. But, I mean, because I know typically if points are scored by the other opposing defense, it doesn't count points against. But I don't think any of those points were on defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. And then he should get points for Myles Garrett jumping over an offensive lineman.
Yeah, that was he did. Blocked,
the blocked field goal.
Blocked field goal.
Yeah, but he should get extra points for jumping over
like
hurdling a 6'3" offensive lineman,
which I didn't know was legal. I mean, I know you can't do it off the long snapper, but I didn't know it was actually legal until now.
Right. I don't think you can touch them, but I think you can jump over them without touching them.
Yes.
If you put your arm down on them, then it's illegal. But if you just hurdle them,
you can't use them as leverage.
Right. And how are they going to call leaping over a guy and not touching them? You can't call that. How is that illegal? Let's see. I lost track. Hang on. Jerv had some crucial buys. Tua not gonna. I don't know. Again, I'm not sure. Here's my thing with Jerv's team. It's like his team. If they all click, they're all really good. They're all pretty good. If they all clicked at the same time, he would have some of the best weeks. But for some reason, they just don't all click at the same time. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Like Aaron Jones, starter for Green Bay. Pacheco, Tua, Smith and Jigba, Mark Andrews, Osborne, Bucker, the Lions defense even they're all normally week in, week out really good. And if he just ties them all together, he would have a fantastic week. It's just he gets boned. He keeps getting boned. Tua had a bad week. Lions sucked.
Yep.
Bad.
-2.
And it's just I think he's just having trouble stringing them together. I don't know. Getting Jamar Chase, Breece Hall, and Tank Dell back. That's going to be nice.
Yeah, he just didn't survive the bye week.
No, he lost the bye week for sure. This was a tough one. But yeah, I think up and down, Jerv has a good team. He's just getting. He might be the second unluckiest team in the league behind me.
Okay.
And he's gonna really hate me for saying that, but I mean, my points against are more than him, so
that's the complete measurement on it.
Yeah, that's all I'm going with right now because it favors me. But yeah. Good job, Matt. This is a much-needed turnaround win here. You're right in the middle, right in the thick of things, 4-3. Yeah. Jirvy sucks, bud. It's tough. What you got?
That's about it on this matchup.
Okay. Jirvy Muad'Dib loses to Pollard Greens, 89.64 to 115.3. All right, let's get to overpaid, underpaid. I forgot. Last season, this segment gets less and less exciting as the as the season progresses, just because there's not much on the waiver wire. We are all really good about keeping up with the waiver wire, so there's really not very much, and then people are running out of money, and the people who do have money aren't spending it. Mm-hmm. So we got Dalton Kincaid, 151, 3 bids. I think he overpaid for him. But Dalton Kincaid, he's not bad. He had a nice 11.5 point game, so he might be turning some things around now in Buffalo. I don't think so. I think Buffalo's not very good, but that's just my opinion.
It's not a bad pickup. I think it's a little overpaid for 151 on the waiver wire, but what you have to consider is that Dawson Knox looks like he's going to be missing some time.
Yep.
So now he actually steps up firmly into that number one role, where he's probably going to get more playing time, more shares. I don't mind the pickup. I honestly didn't realize that he was on the waiver wire. Maybe would have put a fight for him, but also I don't know who I would have dropped. Anyways, that's just my own dilemma.
It's always a tough thing. People run into that problem all the time.
I just find it hysterical that Matt Wilson thought he was just going to get him for free, but
yeah. Does Matt Wilson have any money?
He might not have any money.
Is that why he's
Some people in this league do not have any money.
Matt has $0.
He has $0.
He has no money at all.
Honestly, I've been trying to buy players from people, and but they haven't been really wanting it, going for it. If you're looking for some money, I'll buy players from you.
Honestly, the FAAB dollars are the most useful in the first 5 weeks of the season. I think that's when they're the most useful. I think they have the most value. Because like I said, as we move on through the season, it's just the waiver wire just it's depleted. Mm-hmm. It's so depleted. But yeah, I think we both say overpaid. DeMarcado, $130. Huff got him again. I think he overpaid for both of them. I fucking hate DiMercado.
I feel like this probably would have been a better pick. Picking him up whenever you did, and you just hate him because you spend so much money, and then he throws a 2.2.
Yep. No, I know. It's completely personal. I'll admit that. I don't give a shit. I think it's an overpay, and I hate him.
Yeah. It's just the thing is when James Conner comes back, he's gonna take the role completely back. I think he'll be back in 4 weeks from what I read on his bio. So that only allows 2 more weeks. You got Baltimore, whose defense is playing well, and Cleveland, whose defense is awesome. I don't think you start him on any of those weeks.
Right.
So, maybe this one's probably an overpay as well.
It's a personal overpay for me. Let's see. Demario Douglas. I don't mind this. Pickup. He's a rookie. He's a young guy. He got 9 targets, I think. No, 6. 6 targets, which is way more than he's had all season. I think it's. Yeah. Oh, he had 7 targets at the beginning of the season, then he had 2, 3, 3, 2, and then 0 against Vegas. So, I don't know. I don't mind it. It might be a little bit of an overpay, but he got rid of a kicker for him. So, yeah, $54. Fuck it.
I think it's overpay.
It's an overpay, but...
Yeah, because I
don't mind. It's an overpay that I don't mind.
Yeah. I don't think Patriots have, like, a consistent guy that he's going to throw to.
Fuck no.
So, maybe that is an argument for him. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I just think that's just a week thing.
All right. You paying $25 for Dakota Prescott?
Overpay.
Yeah. He's not worth anything right now.
I just really needed him, and I just didn't want somebody else to take him, and I knew I had money to flex.
Here's my thing. I think in the last couple of weeks, not this past week, but the week before, he started to use his legs a little bit more. And that was back when Dak was like really actually decent Dak fantasy-wise, was when he was using his legs. It wasn't until he got hurt that he stopped using his legs so much. I think he's starting to get back to using his legs. So that might be some promise for you.
Yep.
Cam Akers, always an overpay.
I do like his matchups coming up, though. He's got a lot of green coming up as far as his matchups go. So
we'll see. Cam Akers is always an overpay. Unless you pay $0, he's an overpay.
He's an overpay.
Yes. Fuck Cam Akers, dude.
Oh,
fuck Cam Akers. I don't know what you think of that, but that's just my philosophy on Cam Akers right now.
Yeah, I feel like Wendell Robinson has a little bit more potential. I know he hasn't really shown it because of, Daniel Jones hasn't been playing much, but I don't know. Interesting waiver wire.
Yep. All right, let's get through these next 3 real quick. Fairburn, Kaimi. Anyways, you paid for a kicker, which I guess good for you because
I beat out Matt Wilson.
So yeah,
underpay.
Okay.
Let's go.
The only time I'll ever say underpay for a kicker. Derek Carr and Dustin Hopkins. Who cares?
Yeah, they got him for free.
Who cares? All right, let's move on. Let's get to the trades. Let's save the big trade for last. Let's do where's the trade? Where is it at?
Jay Luthbro and Biggs.
I actually don't mind this trade at all. This is like a low key big trade.
This was a fun trade.
This was. Biggs is getting Travis Kelce and Antoine, and I almost did it again.
Yeah, I know.
Alexander Mattinson. Luther receives Derrick Henry, Addison, Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet was just thrown in there for I don't know why. I don't know why Cole Kmet was thrown in there. I think maybe Luther needs a tight end. I don't know.
He did start him and kind of ate shit with him.
Yeah. The real trade here is Derrick Henry and Jordan Addison for Travis Kelce and Madison. I don't mind it for either party. I think it's kind of even. I think I would give the edge a little bit to David Biggs, but only because I saw Addison play this past weekend. If I hadn't seen Addison play this past weekend, I would give Biggs the edge on this. I think Henry's getting old, right?
Okay, yeah.
Getting a little old up there. He's not putting up numbers like he used to. Now, granted, he has the last 3 weeks he's averaged, I think, like 18 to 20 points. I think he's averaged 18 to 20 points the last 3 weeks. So we'll see if that he tends to, pick it up late in the season. So.
I was about to say, and if we're going to, go off of Derrick Henry trends in previous years, he only gets better as weeks go on. So
technically, this is a perfect trade for Luther because he's picking up Henry right as he's going to be gaining speed.
Yeah. My thing is, I'm just skeptical about that whole Tennessee situation. They're about to start Will Levis and have a 2-quarterback rotation of him and Malik Willis.
They could trade Derrick Henry too, though.
They could trade him. That actually,
I think Derrick Henry on like a decent team.
I think Jerry Jones has his sights on him, but of course, like always.
Yeah, I don't like that though. I wish he would go somewhere else, but let's see, where would he be good at?
I could see that being a Sean McVay move with the Rams.
That's 100% a Sean McVay move.
I could see him doing that, trying to pull off that trade, especially if he gets some things rolling, because they're kind of in the middle of things, in the mix of things.
Oh, you know who would? Tampa would probably want to trade for him. They can't fucking get a running game to save their life, which would suck. That would suck.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, I'd probably, again, hindsight 2020, it's even. I say Biggs gets the nod right now. Potential, like ceiling, Luthbro has it because I don't like Madison too much. He's all right.
And you gotta take into account if Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift break up.
That is true.
That changes the whole dynamic with Travis Kelce.
Right. Because as long as him and Taylor Swift are together,
he's only averaging like 49 yards a game.
Wait, what?
Whenever him and
Taylor are not together?
Well, Taylor's not at the game.
When Taylor's not at the game, he's averaging 49. Okay, so we need Kanye to go break him up.
He needs to go break him up.
All right. Well, not Biggs. Biggs doesn't need. But, yeah, this is a good one. This is a juicy one. It was nice when I saw it. I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. I want to know what the negotiations were like whenever they were forming this trade. I bet it was kind of fun. But, yeah, I'm going to give the nod right now to Biggs. I think Luther has a higher ceiling, though. And then if Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift break up, it's all going to crash and burn for Biggs.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Let's get to, well, what's your opinion? Who do you think won?
I kind of have to say, I have to kind of go with Biggs, and that's only for the long run. Because, like, when Justin Jefferson comes back, that puts a little damper on Jordan Addison. I think he's going to ball out until then. Mm-hmm. Derrick Henry, I think unless he gets traded, like I said, my outlook is I don't really like how the Tennessee Titans are holding up right now. They're just kind of like
they're a meh.
Yeah.
They're meh.
So, I don't know, it just doesn't favor them very much. Unless the new quarterbacks can spark some life into them.
Will Levis, he's a young guy.
And I like Cole Kmet. I think he's going to have some of those games, those zero burgers games for you.
Yep.
Every now and then. But he'll have some really good games too.
I agree. All right, let's get to the fucking trade that hurt everybody's brain, especially mine. When you're trying to like figure this out, the first ever three-way trade. Let's see. We've been doing this league for 10 years almost, maybe a little bit short, a little bit longer. I don't know. 10 years, I believe. I've never seen a three-way trade. The fact that y'all put this one together, kudos to y'all.
Yeah.
It was between Matt, Jirv, and you.
Yep.
Let's see.
Just had a lot of pieces that people wanted, and we just kind of threw some stuff together.
There wasn't really anything that jumped out at me. I think it was just basically people getting what they needed. Let's see. Jirv got Tua and Tank Dell. Matt Wilson, and he traded away what? Rashee Rice, Geno Smith,
Christian Watson,
and
Josh Palmer.
Matt Wilson got Rashee Rice from Jirv, Joe Burrow from you, and Christian Watson from Jirv. he traded away Tua Tagovailoa, Josh Downs, and Chuba Hubbard. You got Josh Downs and Chuba Hubbard, and
Josh Palmer and Geno Smith.
Josh Palmer and Geno Smith. Yes, right. Jerv got Tua, and yeah, you traded away Joe Burrow, Tank Dell. Let's start with you. Getting Josh Downs is nice.
Yep.
You see that ended up working out for you. What was your thought process with Chuba Hubbard, Palmer, and Smith?
So on this one, like, I just was able to kind of gather up some depth.
Were you done with Joe Burrow?
I don't mind trading.
You can admit it.
No, I wasn't done with him because I know, like, he did have recently have a good week. But my thought process was his value was looking high, especially with that big week, because he does have that potential. But at the same time, like what I'm doing now, I've done rotating quarterbacks playing based off the matchups plenty of times. And I feel like that's the easiest position you can do it with is quarterbacks. Other positions are really hard.
Right. And I think you got a lot of pieces. Like I said, Downs is good. Josh Palmer had a really nice week against Kansas City. And Chuba Hubbard, I mean, you never know what Miles Sanders is going to do. Like
he was hurt and then this previous week, and Chuba Hubbard actually came in with 19 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he had 15.5 fantasy points.
So, and that I've kind of took that as a good sign, as like, hey, look, especially Miles Sanders hasn't been like producing high numbers. Mm-hmm. This was a great opportunity for him to steal a little bit of carries away from him and possibly take the lead back role, which he should the next couple weeks. Right. So I thought there was some potential with him, and even he still should rack up some good points. So I don't know. I have some big upside on Chuba Hubbard for the rest of the season.
Yep. So let's get to Matt Wilson. Matt Wilson got Rashee Rice, Joe Burrow, and Christian Watson.
He really just wanted Joe Burrow.
I think that's what it was. But here's the thing: Rashee Rice actually has played really well last week. I think. Yeah, he had 5 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. He's had 3 touchdowns all season. He's a rookie playing on the Chiefs' offense. I don't like Christian Watson very much, but hey, the Joe Burrow and Rashee Rice, I don't mind it. I think Joe Burrow's gonna. I think Cincinnati's gonna turn it around. It's like you've been waiting on him to turn it around. They had a bye last week. The week before, like you said, he had 2 really good, really solid weeks. I like this for Matt. He needed to make a change. He needed to do something to spark his team because he had, before this week, he had 2 really bad weeks.
Yeah,
really bad weeks. So this is good. I think it worked out for Matt Wilson. He got rid of Chuba Hubbard and Josh Downs, Tua Tagovailoa. He replaced Tua with Burrow, obviously, and then got 2 more wide receivers. And he was fine with running backs, I believe. I gotta go look. Yeah, he had Foreman, Cook, and Pollard. So he wasn't worried too much about Chuba, I guess, is what I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah, not too much.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I could pull up our conversation because we had a conversation going because this was actually not the first trade that we had. There was
I'm sure y'all's negotiation process took as long as the O.J. Simpson trial.
We had some other trades that went down. There were some other ones that were thrown together.
All right,
it wasn't as many, but
while you're looking at that, I'm gonna go to Jirv. He receives Tua and Tank Dell. I kind of low key love what Jirv got out of this. I don't know. I think Tua is Miami might not be as good as everybody thought, but guess what? He has Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Mostert, and just these Chase Claypool, all these fast fucking guys to throw to. He's gonna put up numbers. And Tank Dell, he's a rookie. He's had some really, really good weeks in Houston. Houston itself is really young, and his name is Tank.
Yeah.
His name is fucking Tank. It's awesome. I like Jirv on this one. I think you got a lot of nice pieces. you and Matt got a lot of nice pieces, but I think Jerv got pretty much what he needed. What he wanted. He got rid of Geno. He got Tua. And Tank Dell, I think, he's gonna be solid. He's gonna be a solid wide receiver. Moving forward. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give the nod to Jerv. But congratulations to you three on this fucking trade, though.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you three. Here, I'm gonna give you. Let's give you a round of applause for that, man. That is awesome. That's like, again, this hurt my brain looking at it, trying to figure this out. I can only imagine how it was discussing it and negotiating this.
Yeah. So we had quite a bit of trades that went, and it developed. It developed to this massive thing. I felt like I was kind of getting gypped on a lot of the early ones, so I will admit I was kind of a little hesitant. Because I end up getting a lot of just like extra pieces that are guys that are maybe some potential, like I was discussing, but I'm also getting rid of somebody who could be as explosive as Joe Burrow.
Right.
So like I wanted something in return. And yeah, no, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Five drafts of this. That went down.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it was pretty crazy. I think at one point Jerv could have gotten Tua and Josh Downs. And then Matt Wilson could have got Joe Burrow, Rashee Rice, and Christian Watson. But ultimately that was what I wasn't going to get that 4. It was going to be Geno Smith, Hubbard, and Josh Palmer was kind of the one.
I think Josh Downs was the one that kind of made it for you.
It helps me out. It makes my trade look a little bit decent because I've already dropped Geno Smith. Like, Geno Smith was just going to be a revolving quarterback for me, So
which is what you planned on doing in the first place. So that Geno didn't matter.
It didn't matter too much. So yeah, it was basically those other 3 pieces that I was looking at.
Right.
So yeah, no, impressive trade. I got to hand it to Jerv and Matt Wilson.
Yeah, good for y'all.
For us making it happen. Made it really exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. Love to see this shit, even though it hurts my brain. All right, I did see somebody paid for waivers. Did you see that?
Pay for waivers?
Yeah, so 2 new waivers have been processed. This was last week. They paid for... Bobby paid $100 for Josh Reynolds, and you paid for $50 for Jonnu Smith?
Yeah. Those were just people that were coming off the waiver from...
Right. Matt Wilson paid $24 for Donta Foreman, and Bobby paid $50 for Kirk Cousins.
That $24 it paid off.
Yeah, that did.
And I would say the $50 for Kirk Cousins paid off too. It ended up winning him in the match.
Yep. So I guess I shouldn't make fun of y'all. Anyways, let's get to the projections. That was good trade segment. That was nice.
Yeah.
Let's get to the projections. Let's go through them real quickly.
Yeah.
Rally Cap versus DK Pics. I'm gonna fucking roll, baby. I'm gonna fucking roll. Let's go. Rally Cap all day long.
Oh gosh. Yeah, give me your Rally Cap.
Yes, let's go, baby. 7 in a row. We're shooting for 8. 8 wins total, baby. Let's see. You haven't seen Crazy XD versus Jirvy Muad'Dib. I'm gonna go Jerv. He's got everybody back. Like, there's no buys. I think like I said.
Oh yeah,
earlier,
does nobody have any buys?
I guess not. Well, nobody on this matchup. But like I said, I think if his whole team clicks for 1 week, I think he's got a good team, and I think he shows it this week. This is a must-win for Jerv. Chris can afford to lose one. I'm gonna go with the must-win Jerv.
I'm gonna go with Jerv because I'm a little pissed at Chris because he won't trade me one of his tight ends. So
okay,
yeah, let's go with Jerv.
All right, Bruise Brothers versus the Reek Show. This is how much I can't stand Ken right now. I'm actually going to pick the Reek Show.
I think if anybody's going to take down the number one guy in the league, I'm going to go with the Reek Show as well.
Reek Show, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I don't think there's any buys with anybody. Any teams. Interesting. We'll look into that maybe another time.
That is weird. All right. Riley Reed Tua-Some versus Caleb Pressley. This is going to be I think this is going to be a good matchup, actually. I think this is going to be a good one. Let's see. James is making. Oh, look at that. James is actually moving on. Good for him. Good for him. This is growth. This is growth. He's putting his backup. Well, he still has a backup running back in there, Jamal Williams, but he's making progress. It's not the third string anymore, you know. But yeah, if Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs, Nico Collins, and Jesus Christ, my phone is fucking wigging out. Hang on. And Addison go off, Luther will destroy this. But I don't know. I just the way Luther's teams have been going, it's just.
Hopefully, he can get Adams to come back, but I mean, yeah, he caught 7 catches for 57 yards, but it's just. I don't know. He just hasn't gotten much.
Just like trade me now. I'm gonna go with Riley Reid Tua-Some.
Okay, let me go with.
Although I think it's gonna be a good one.
I'm gonna go with James.
Okay. Let's see. Must-Stashio Bashio versus Taco Dell. I think you get a W this week, Joe. I think you get a W.
All right.
I think your team's gonna. I don't necessarily think you have a better team. I think Luke has a better team than you, but I think you get the W somehow. Actually, no, I'm sorry.
It's a lot of good matchups.
I'm gonna go with you. I think yes. Again, I think Luke has a better team. You're gonna get the dub.
I'm gonna believe in myself. I'm gonna get the dub.
Okay. Detroit the Goat Lions versus Pollard Greens. I think I'm gonna go with Bobby. Just up and down. I like his team a little bit better this week. I'm with you. I don't think there's any buys, or at least none of our players have buys.
Well, somebody would have to have a bye.
Well, I don't know if any of the NFL teams have buys.
That's what I'm saying. Like some players would have to have one that are on this team, or that are on these games.
Let's see.
So I'm not entirely sure.
Broncos, Lions, Jaguars, 49ers all have buys. So I
Really?
guess.
Wait, no. Jacksonville plays Pitt.
This week?
Yeah, this week. Week 8?
Yeah, week 8. Jacksonville doesn't play. Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, yeah, there's no buys this week. Oh, no wonder. Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right,
new.
glad we got that figured out. Yeah, there's no buys this week. So yeah, I think at full strength. Let's see. I think Bobby wins this one.
Yeah, I don't like the wide receivers like haven't showed up too much in like for
Matt. I know. Yeah.
Let me go, Matt. I'm gonna go Matt
Okay.
though.
All right. Well, there you go. Those are the predictions. I think we've been wrong most of the time this year. So if you're gonna get mad, don't worry. It's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think we stopped keeping records too.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not great.
Not good.
All right. Well, anything else, Joe?
That's it.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.